things can creep up there a little bit. So been trying to really focus on keeping them down, make sure we get, take advantage of our possessions. Steve always preach about, if we get more shots than the other team, if we can keep the possession battle pretty close to even or obviously in our favor, it's going to be tough to do. So it's just something that I've been trying to focus on.
Has there been moments in games where you see a risky pass and you want to throw that you're kind of keeping yourself away?
Sometimes, like a few here and there. But if there's an opportunity there, it's going to get through that gap.
I mean, with that, are there certain times where you think, hey, it's good to be creative as opposed to
there are times in the game where, you can take a little more risk than others. But for the most part, the one thing we've been doing is kind of keeping the basic, making simple play. When we make the simple play, we're pretty good. So just been trying to focus on that.
What's the challenge of integrating DeMarcus Cousins in? A big man like that doesn't shoot like that. What's the challenge of the dynamic of what he brings?
With his skill set, it's been a perfect fit. It hasn't. Obviously, we got a long ways to go. We got a lot, of things that we got to improve upon. But obviously, 2 games in, I think it's going as well as it could possibly go. But our goal is always to win a championship. We know we're not quite at that level yet, so we got to continue to get better. But as far as integrating DeMarcus, it's been pretty seamless. It's not going to stay that way. It's not going to always be that way. Like, there are going to be challenges that come along with it, but it's been pretty seamless thus far.
How long do you think that's going to take?
You can't really put a time stamp on it. You just kind of try to get better each and every time you step on the floor, and then you kind of get this feeling like, all right, we're there. You get to clicking, but we've been clicking pretty well. So, we're in a good space. I think DeMarcus comes back at a great time for us. It's kind of even an added challenge, which throughout the course of an 82-game season, you need a different challenge.
How much does it help to have him come back at a time when you guys are playing well too? Like it seems like the game is for him.
Very much so. It's also kind of lessen the expectations for him. Allow him to properly get back into the flow of things as opposed to him. If he came back a month ago, he'd probably be screwed and we'd be screwed because we just weren't in a good place. A month and a half ago, whatever. To come back at a time where we're kind of rolling, like I said, it allows him to come back and get his legs under him, get his feel back for the game after a year off, as opposed to kind of come back and trying to be that piece to right the ship, which can make it a lot more challenging.
Is it fun for you guys to try and get him involved? And do you enjoy the variety over a 6 month season?
Oh, it's very fun. Getting him involved, and I think if you watch the last couple of games, there's been a few plays where maybe somebody come off and got a shot, but they're looking for DeMarcus, and all of that stuff will come over time. Eventually, we'll just play. But I like to see that, because it just shows how it matters. To get another guy going, to get him to feel like he fits, and we're moving in the right direction, which I already think we're out in the right direction. But it'll continue.
Hey Draymond, even with how many games you missed with your injury, just given how well you've been playing on both ends, what's your overall outlook in getting an All-Star nod again?
I don't know. I don't really know what's the criteria or how people would judge that, and at the end of the day, it's not really something I worry about. If it happened, great. Obviously, always appreciate to be an all-star in this league because it's tough. If it don't, I'll enjoy a nice vacation. So, kind of a win-win situation.
Obviously, the Wizards don't have John Wall now, but how do they look different from when you guys saw them earlier?
They look more spirited. They look like they're, coming together. They're playing well. When you take a player like John off the floor, it's like taking stuff off the floor for us. It's tough. It's the head of the snake, but they're finding ways around it to get it done. I think, they've been playing a lot better as of late. So definitely not the same team we played. What was it, like game 8 or whatever? It was the beginning of the season. It's not the same team for sure. So they're playing a lot better.
Thomas Bryant's been a nice surprise for them. Having not really faced him, how much do you know about his game?
He went to Indiana, so I kind of watched him a bit. The Big Ten, he played Michigan State and stuff. He's a high energy guy. Can step out and shoot the ball well. Very physically violent. So it's good for him to see him playing well. I always like to see young guys play well and kind of make their mark in the league. He's got an opportunity and he's taking advantage of it. So I'm happy for him.
All right,
Thanks, Draymond.